Hello and welcome to the third and probably last instalment of this portaling tutorial series. And before we go too far into this video, I need to give some credit to some people who have been invaluable in the creation of this series. So first, I would like to thank all the guys from the RGN dev team and everyone from RGN as a whole for your support, advice and feedback. Thank you. I would also like to thank a talented community mapper by the name of Arachnofang for being my willing test victim. Your feedback and support was very much appreciated, mate. Keep up the good work. And last but no means least, I would also like to thank Treyarch development team member Paolo88 for giving up his time to give feedback, information and support at what must be a very, very hectic time for him at the moment. So on behalf of myself and everyone who finds these tutorials helpful, thank you. Without the support of everyone I've just mentioned, these tutorials would not have been possible, so truly thank you. So we're now going to take a look at how to add a simple T-junction into this area to improve the portaling performance in this section. Obviously, in reality this area is pretty tiny and probably not worth adding this, but if we imagine that this is 10 times larger, you can appreciate how much of a difference this would make. At the end of the last video, we decided to add the new cell and T-junction into this location, so it would be hidden from view via this structural brush. So that's job one done, thinking logically about where to add ourselves, and it's all starting to come together now, eh? So next we need to modify our existing portal brushes to accommodate this new portal brush, and first we can take care of our most obvious T-junction here. And what's the golden rule with splitting this brush to create a T-junction? That's right, we split this brush along the face of whatever side of this brush we added the portal texture to. Remember to retexture the portal node draw and reapply the portal texture after clipping to these faces, and that's it. That's that T-junction done. Now however, we have a new problem. We need to modify these brushes to split this cell into two, because by adding this brush we have actually created 3 T-junctions. And just like before, with our first T-junction, rule 1 still applies. We need to split all of these brushes along the face of the portal face of this brush and reapply the portal node draw portal texture, and we are done. As quick as that, we have added a working T-junction and split this cell into 2 separate cells. And this will be just a far easier, far quicker way than just deleting any existing portal cells and rebuilding. And if I just, for example's sake, decide it will be worth it, I could add another one in here, and by the time I finish talking, we've now added another T-junction and separated this area into 3 cells from the original single cell. So let's save, compile, and see if there's any mistakes, any errors. No, all looks good. So let's take a look in game and we'll do a comparison of before and after. So here we are in game, and this is the before shot. We just had our simple 3 cells in here, and as we can see, as I move around the structural brush, it's not actually culling anything. It's relatively inefficient, and it's removing a few models, but it's not really doing a great job of culling our geometry. So let's take a look at how it looks after we've added our T-junction, and we can see a marked improvement already. It's culling geometry as we're moving around this structural brush, and that's it. We've improved the efficiency of that portaled area just by adding a simple T-junction, and that's how we can do that. And since we're already in game, let's just take a look at how efficient our actual portaling has been. If we start here and move around, we can see that portal cell there is culling quite well. It's removing a lot of geometry and models. If we take a look back again at our T-junction area, it's culling quite nicely, better than it was before at least. And if we move into the building, this is where we can really see it in action. If I just move behind this brush, you can see just how much is actually being culled. And that's it. That's our portals complete. So to finish off this series, we're going to take a quick look at split level portaling, and I'll be releasing this map file for you to study, but just to take a quick look, as you can see on this side, I've just created some simple cells, and then I've just added a structural brush here to change the level, and then I've just portaled on top of that, and I've intentionally raised these portals up so we can just take a look quickly and see that once I have done that, we've created a T-junction. And normal rules apply. Just split it along the portal face of this brush. That will alleviate that, and that's one way we can do split level portaling. And on the other side here, if we just take a quick look, all I've done is I've drawn out a normal brush and then just use the edge tool to raise that edge and meet our portal here. No T-junction necessary, but that's just a couple of different ways that we can use portals on split levels. And I'll be releasing this map file for you to take a look at and study, but you should also know that this actually contains 2 maps within it. So if I just bring up the layers by pressing L, at the moment we're looking at layer portal underscore level, and if we filter that out and filter this portal complex back in, you can see that, press L to get rid of these layers, you can see that I've just created a little more complex situation for us to portal, and I've included everything we've been looking at so far, including T-junctions galore and also split level portaling over here. And what I haven't showed you yet is angled brush portaling, and if I just select this brush here, you can pretty much see what's going on. I've just drawn out a normal brush and then I've just used the edge tool to bring it to this corner. I've added my top portal brush in and just used the edge tool to meet it. That's it. That's how we can do an angled portal brush. And we've got our split level portal here, and this is just for you to take a look at and study, and hopefully with a little bit of time and practice you can really do some effective portaling in your maps. It will really improve your map's performance, and if you come to compile this and test it, then you should probably know that we can actually, if we bring back both layers in fact and try to compile this, we're going to run into some pretty serious issues. So if I just bring back the layers, you can see that one of these layers has got a no entry sign around it, and if I just filter out this layer and leave this no entry sign on, this layer will be ignored when we come to compile it. So if we want to take a look at this split level portaling, leave it like this, and if we want to bring back the other layer, then untick this no entry sign and tick this one on. So now if we want to take a look at this level, we can compile it without having any issues. So no entry sign means that this layer will be ignored when we try to compile. And that brings us to the end of this series. Again, I want to thank everybody for their help, support and advice. It's really been crucial in these tutorials, and I really hope you've enjoyed watching them. I really hope it gives you the confidence to create your maps and portal them effectively. it will just bring your map up. It'll just make it that much more fun to play. So I really hope you do attempt some portaling in your maps, and thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.